Good morning. Welcome to 18 Acres Journals. My name is Linda, and today we're going to do two things. We're going to do a little bit of Bible study / journaling, along with an idea that I got from watching a Heather from Ruby and Pearl video. And then we're going to work on a little bit of a craft. And I'm doing that for two reasons. One, because I already started journaling a little bit in my journal. And I thought, okay, stop where you're at. Let's bring this to those that are interested in watching that. And then two, my desk is already full of all the scraps that I pulled out the other day. And I thought today would be the perfect day to go through and do some of those things with the scraps. I'll explain more, but let's turn the camera around. I'm in here because it's easier to turn this camera off and this one on when it's time to move things around than it is to actually just keep maneuvering the iPhone. Plus, my husband's out there watching TV, and I don't really want to have to interfere with the television and or his quiet time because today's his birthday. And anyhow, so let me turn this one off, turn this one on. We'll start a little bit of the journaling. I'll explain what we're doing. And then we might turn that one back on and this one off to talk about it some more. And then you know the routine by now. Anyhow, come on. Let's go journal on this second day of January in 2026. Come on. Okay, I don't know if you can see it up there. And if I have to, I will turn it so you can see it, but she was literally doing a video on a wish banner for the year 2026, and she was explaining what it was about. She showed all the materials she was going to use, and then she started to make one. As she was explaining it, I was thinking, I don't really wish, but I place my hope in certain things. So instead of making a wish banner, I can make a hope banner. And then I started thinking about, well, what does hope really mean to us Christians as opposed to wishing to, it might mean the same to her. A wish might be hope for her. I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend to know what's in her heart. But the idea of creating a hope banner was something I really loved. Because according to Hebrews 11:1, and I'm going to try to, I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm going to move it up a little bit. Can you see this? Faith in action, 11:1, Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. And honestly, that is where I put most of my hope. I trust in God's word. I believe what he says. I know his plans for me are to prosper me, not to bring me harm. And I know that he grants us great favor and blessing and health, etc., etc. So I wrote down January 2nd, 2026. I got an epiphany when watching a YouTube video from Ruby and Pearl. She was making a wish banner for the new year. And with all my scraps that I had laid out, I thought about making something like that for myself. But instead of wishing, I'm hoping. Because faith is what us Christians, even though it looks like it says us Christians are supposed to stand on. And then I wrote down the scripture reference, Hebrew 11:1. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. For me, this is hope, trusting in God's promises, his truth, his plans, his word. So what sort of things am I hoping for in 2026? I'll be incorporating that after I create my banner. And then I stopped. I thought, ooh, I need to bring this to them. And then I decided that as I'm making my banner, I'm going to try to think about those things. What am I hoping in? And I'm going to try to collage using my scraps those things like you would if you were creating a vision board, instead of just picking some really pretty digitals and gluing them on this banner thing and then writing on the back what you're hoping or praying for or wishing for. I'm going to try to create what I call a Habakkkuk board instead of a vision board. And I'm going to take you there right now. Habakkuk. And I can spell that for you once I get there. I'll write it down real quick. Okay. All right. Habakkuk, Habakkuk, chapter 2, and it talks about in verse 2, 3, and 4. No, I'm sorry, just verses 2 and 3. 2 and 3. And I'm going to write it down, but I'm going to read it to you first. The Lord's answer. Then the Lord replied, write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. I don't know if you can even see that. I think I covered it up. Okay, now I'm going to pull this back because I want you to be able to see everything. I'm going to write those scripture references down real quick, and then I will explain it all a little bit better too. Then the Lord replied, write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets. We could say journals. I'm going to put that in parentheses because that's what a tablet was back in the day, a place where they kept all their stuff. So that a herald, which is also another word for messenger, and I'm going to put that over here and write messenger, may run with it. Remember the other day when we were talking about how God said that He's performing the words of our servants and fulfilling the predictions of our messengers? When our messenger runs to Him and says, this is what she wrote down, He will perform it. But again, He says to wait for it. We'll get there. That was verse 2, verse 3. I keep wanting to say chapter 3. For the revelation, which is also another word for the understanding of something, I would say. He revealed to you, now you understand, awaits an appointed time. Oops. Which means you might not get your answer right away. You might not see the end result right away. It has its own time frame. Okay, appointed time. It speaks of the end. And I'm going to say end result. I'm putting result in. I don't want to misquote the word, but that's what I'm getting. And will not prove false. And that kind of correlates with what He said, ask and you shall receive. I believe that we will, but He never gave you a timetable on that. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come. And will not delay. Remember, his thoughts are not like our thoughts, neither are his ways like our ways. He sees past all we see, and then some. So, I'm going to read this one more time because this is important for me, and I pray you receive it in a way. I'm going to read it and try to explain it to the best of my ability. I'm going to read it this way, then we'll turn the other camera back on, and we'll talk about it. And then we'll get busy on the craft itself. Then the Lord replied, "Write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay." Okay, I'm going to turn this one off and turn the other one back on, and we'll discuss this. I talked with Daddy God about these very verses long before, and he kind of explained to me that there are things that happen in the spirit world that we'll never understand, or while we live on this earth. We may understand it when he brings us home with him. But, like for instance, Daniel was in the lion's den praying and praying and praying for God to help him. And he closed the lion's mouth up, refusing the lion a chance to actually hurt Daniel. But he wasn't able to bring him out right away because an angel, which was on his way to help Daniel, had to fight demons, and it took a while for him to get there. So the timing itself is not necessarily right now. It might not even be this week. He said, write it down and make it plain. In other words, be specific. What is it that you're really asking for? What is it that you're really hoping for? What is it that you want him to perform or do for you? Put it on a tablet so that the herald may run with it. Once you write it down, it's there. It's waiting for an answer. It's like me going back and checking on the prayers that I had written to see if they had actually came true. And I still have all my tablets in my office closet. He said, for the revelation, which is the end result, the answer, the final thing, awaits an appointed time. Remember, God does everything in seasons. He does everything at his leisure. You and I can ask for it, but it may not be time yet. We might have to go through something else altogether different before we're going to get the very end result. He said, it speaks of the end and will not prove false. It will come. So, though it might seem like it takes a while, wait for it. It will come. It will not delay. It's always right on time for God. Always right on time. So when I go to do this particular project, I'm going to be thinking about what it is that I'm hoping for. I'm only going to make the 4 banners, HOPE. I'll put her video of her wish banner in the description box so that you can go and view it if you haven't already checked it out by now. I'm going to be thinking about what it is exactly that I'm hoping for. When I say hoping for, I mean for the year 2026. Because I told you I got a lot of changes. I got a lot of things I want to do. But what is my specific thing that I'm asking for? That's what I'm going to be thinking of as I'm creating these. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to use some of my scraps to reveal that both to me and put it on my little Habakkkuk banner. It's instead of a vision board or a hope banner, it's really a Habakkuk banner. I'm hoping that these things come to pass, and I'm waiting for them to come to pass. So anyhow, let me turn this camera off and this one back on, and we'll start trying to make my Habakkuk hoop banner. Come on. I got mine 8 by 8, and then I went ahead and I marked 4, which is half of 8, and then I'm going to go from this corner to that dot. I'm going to get them lined up, and I'm going to draw myself a line. If I can get this pencil to work for me. I need to add new, what do you call it? Pencil lead in it. I have several pieces of it. I just don't want to get it. Go to my office to get it. And then from here to here. Okay. Now I have one. This is the size of the banner I want. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out. Okay, now I have a template. There's one. Yeah, when I go to clean the clutter in this room, and I'm working on it little at a time. All right, let me cut these. I'm going to come up with a new way to store all my 55 million scissors and stuff. Let me go take this to my cutter, and I'll be right back. Okay, I got my 4 pieces. H, O, P, and E. Now, she took digitals and printed them up on cardstock. I'm just taking a piece of cardstock. I'm leaving the back white. I'm not decorating the back because it's going to hang on my Habakkkuk board in my office. I'm going to decorate the front and leave the back so that I can write down those things that I'm hopeful for. And I could maybe like 12 on one of these. You know, I don't even know how I'm doing it yet. This is my version of what she's doing. And you get to decide how your version is going to be also. I don't have any specifics. I will say this, though. I am going to be doing gardening, bees, medicinal herbs, baking, journaling, and my chickens. That's 6 things right there. But I also have family and friends and my husband and health and my spiritual being. All these things that I definitely want to think about as I'm creating this. I'm going to decorate these the way I like it. I'm going to write the word hopes on the front. And as my days go, I will be putting something on the back of each one. I just want these to be beautiful. I want them to be beautiful, and I want them to represent me. All right, let me grab my letters. My letters. We're going to cut these out, guys. We're going to cut out my letters. Maybe. Okay, so now I get to cut out my letters. This is going to be my H. And how big do I want my H? I love that flower. I'll save that piece. That's so pretty. There's my H right there. I'm cutting out my H. Cut a little bit more. There's my H. Now I just got to trim up this one side because it's a little wonky. But then again, I knew it would be. Here's my H. Alright, I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Oh, this down a little bit. Right here, there's a little folded spot on the back. I don't like it. That's pretty. There's my H. That's how I'm going to do it. Now, my O might be smaller. I don't know. But my H is my hope. My hope. My hope. My hope. Okay. Moving these colors out of the way. I'm going to decorate H all by itself. Okay. I love that. Now I got to put something underneath it to make it beautiful. And again, I'm using scraps. I'm using scraps. Kind of like that. I like this too, but I don't know if it goes with my H. No, it's a little too much, but I'm going to put that off to the side because I like that. Here we go. There we go. I like that. I like that. And I like that. Alright, so I don't want it big. I don't want it big. I want to rip it. I think I want to rip it, and I think I want that on the main part of it. We're just going to do... I don't like that. Okay. I really have no idea what I'm doing, guys. I'm just making something that I think is pretty, that I can hang on my Habakkkuk board so that I can write my visions. You know, he talks about, and I love this about him, that he would give us, if we delight in him, he'll give us the desires of our hearts. And a lot of people think that means whatever we desire, he'll give us. But I believe that if we delight in him, our desires will line up with what he hopes for us, what he wants for us. Because remember, our ways are not like his ways. Our thoughts are not like his thoughts. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and find some more pieces, and then I'll trim the edges when I'm done. I don't want more of this right now. I'm going to set it aside. Oh, here's something pretty. Yeah, I like that. I do. I like that. And again, I'll put it down, but then I'll go ahead and cut the edges off when I'm done. Yeah, it's, I mean, if he gives us desires, his desires are going to be so much better than ours. I mean, what does he desire for us, you know? I think that's pretty. I gotta get my little nip up there. Hang on. Okay, there's that. Let me go ahead and cut off these pieces right here because I like that. So far, I like that. Okay, and I need something over here. Again, I'm not putting the same colors back in. What's this? Here's a pretty piece of white. I like that. Little pieces are going to go on now. So, anyhow, I don't know everything I want. I will tell you this, though. I had a talk with my daughter yesterday. She came over to wish my husband a happy birthday. Today is his birthday, though. We had a long talk about many things. some of our life choices and hopes for the new year. You know, the things that most people talk about. And at the beginning of every year, she was telling me a little bit about how, okay, I don't want that one, how she was hoping for certain things. And I told her, okay, here's something. I told her how, I gotta try to remember how I put it. I don't like that piece. And I don't want these white pieces on here. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I told her how God told me once a while back when I was complaining about my garden not doing what I wanted it to do. He asked me, he came right out and said, do you really want it? Or do you just like the idea of having it? And I actually had to sit and think about, do I really want a garden? And I thought, yes, I do. I actually enjoy it when I'm prospering. And he said, well, if you really want it, then show up for it. But if you don't really want it, then find out why you thought you wanted it in the beginning and then go from there. Okay, I like that. See, we're collaging now, guys. And I think the colors are all going pretty good together. This is my H. And I can do either 2 more little pieces or 1 big one and then something here. I like this. But I don't like that. I like that. Yes, I do. So anyhow, I had to think about some of those things that I told myself I wanted to do in the year 2026. And then I did that. I questioned myself, do I really want these? And if so, I need to show up for them. But if I don't really want them, then I need to figure out why I said in the first place that I did. No. And no. And I presented that thought to her about a few things, and she got an epiphany, just like I did today, about some of those things. What is this? It's too dark. I don't know what I want here. I want something, well, I don't like that. And you know what? It's got a B on it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut the B part out. And lay this here. I don't want that. I don't want that. And I don't really want that. There we go. I like that. I do want bees this year. That's kind of cute. I like that. Anyhow, when I saw Heather creating this, I thought this was a pretty cool thing. It goes along with kind of sort of what I've been saying. I want to journal, and it made me journal a little bit. I want to write down my goals for the year and keep them. See, guys, look, I want to put something up here. Something, it doesn't have to be big, something up there. But, no. Technically, what does that say? Notes. I kind of like that, but I don't think I like it for this one. Okay. I'm sorry. I concentrating and then I get lost in my concentration. I forget what I'm doing. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, anyhow, So this idea of putting together this for me goes right along with what I felt God was telling me. I want to go up a little bit more. There, and I'll just trim off the excess. I like that. That looks pretty cool. I gotta trim off all the excess, and then we'll put our H on it. And then this one is done, except for me writing on the back those things that I'm hopeful for, that I'm hoping to see, that I'm waiting for. Isn't that pretty, guys? Look at that. And then now, I'll put my H on it. I don't really want to cover that blue one up or the B one up so much. I am going to put it right about there. I need my glue magazine. But do you see what I mean? I told y'all I wanted to bring journaling to my channel, and that I wanted to still do arts and crafts, paper and glue, and look what we're doing. Arts and crafts, paper and glue, but journaling at the same time. And these things I'm not doing for a craft fair. I'm not doing this set up on eBay. I'm doing these things for myself. And honestly, guys, I think that's the whole point. The whole point of what I'm doing is because I'm doing it for myself. All right. This one goes like, yep. And we kind of sort of want you and you like so. Yeah. I like it. Look at that. H. Okay, now, in order for it to stand out really good, I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to outline it. I want it to stand out. You see what I'm doing, guys? I want it to stand out. Okay, and this one. I really do like this. It's pretty. And again, I don't know what I'm hoping for yet. I really do. Oh, I just messed it up. I want to spend some quality time with, I call him Daddy God. You call him what you call him, but I call him Daddy God because he's my father. But I'm a little girl and I'm in love with my daddy, and I like to climb up on his lap and pray. Ooh, pray with him. Look what I just did. And together we like to chat. And I think he likes that I do that. But I want to talk to him about these things because, again, do I really want them? Or do I just want the idea of them? I don't know. And because I don't know, I'm not going to pretend. I don't like that I did that. That bothers me. I don't like that I did that. That bothers me. And I can't erase it. I don't think. And I don't want to try because I might just mess it up even more. I'm going to do something here. Hope. The message of hope. I'm going to write hope. And I'm going to write up here because I messed it up. Hope. And then one over here. Hope. There. Only because I messed it up. But I like it. What do you think, guys? Did that turn out good? Okay, so now we got our H. And I'm going to write on the back. One thing that I do I'm writing down is I'm hoping for a prosperous and successful that's an L. Be apiary for 2026. 1, 2, 3. There's one. Okay. I think it looks cute. I don't like the hopes, but it turned out better. All right, so let me set that one aside. Let's work on my O. And now I get to figure out what I want to cut my O out of. I like the fact that I think I want to do the O with this guy right here. I think. No. H-O-P-E. That's what I want. Okay. That's what I want. We're going to make our circle out of this. How do I want to make my circle? Let me see. I want to do like a square. And I want it about... Okay. Okay, I want it about that size, I think. And these scraps I'm tossing. Okay, and then hope. I think I want it that size, I think. Let me go down a little bit skinnier. A little bit skinnier. I don't hear any noise out there. I wonder what my husband's doing. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and dock my edges. And I think I'm going to, because I want it to be a square, I'm going to kind of sort of do like this. And poke a hole right there. Okay. Now I'm making my little scissors. Because I need my little scissors to help me get in the middle. There we go. I don't know if this is making any sense to you guys or not. I don't know if you're even interested in what I'm doing or not. But I'm having fun, and I pray that I'm inspiring you to have fun too. Okay. Oops. There's that. And I think this one needs to go up a little bit. Just like right here. And I think this one needs to go across a little bit, right? Come on. That's my O. It's almost the same size, right? Okay, but I don't like the corners. I don't like my corners. We're going to kind of round them a little bit better. Or try to. That piece. Oh well. That's good. Good enough, right? There's my O. I think P and E will be better. Okay, now I get to have fun decorating it. And I'm not going to write hope all over that. I'm not. Okay, so this guy. What's going on with this guy? And I could keep using these over and over and over again. I really could. But I never used that one. And I think this would be beautiful on it. Yeah, this H don't look so pretty. It really doesn't. I mean, this O. I'm going to have to leave here in a little bit to go make breakfast for my husband. Because if I'm getting hungry, I know he is. Okay, what's going to have to do? I like this with the H, with the O. I like that. And I like some of that. And I haven't used that, so we can go back in there. And I like that with some of it. Maybe some of that. Yeah, I like that with it. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, I think I like the idea of the stripes right down the middle and then the H being in it. I mean the O, I keep calling it H. And the O being in it. Or do I like that better? That, because it kind of camouflages, so we'll put some of this on it. But we'll do it like... I like that. Okay, I can hang that one right there. Alright. Where's my... Right here. Calm yourself. Okay. Alright, there's that. You know what? I think I'm going to bring him all the way down to this point. I am. And then we will trim him off. I like that. We'll just trim this piece off. Okay. And then this one, it's unique. I don't really know what it is, but I like the colors of it. Alright. I don't know. I kind of want you on the bottom. I'll put you on the bottom. I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want you right here. Yes, I do. I am having fun creating. If I had the stencils, I would have just used my embossing die cut machine and cut out the letters. And if I did have those, I would do that, but I don't think I have those. Okay, this one, look at the colors on that. You're going up top. And I'm going to save that one. I might like that for something else. And we're going to go like that. right, but before I do that, let me see. If I put you here, I'll put you. I don't really want that. We'll go like that. But I don't want this white right here. Mm-hmm. Much better. I'm taking it to the corner. All the way down. Okay. Oh, he's not in the corner. You can get back in that corner. You see it? I'm supposed to get you in the corner. Go. It's not going. Alright, I gotta redo this one. He's not happy, and until he's happy, I'm gonna have to redo him. My neighbor is driving around with his skid steer, and I keep hearing it beeping. So it must mean he's going forward and backward quite a bit or something. I don't know. Okay, this corner. I want you in this corner. And I want you along this edge. Get in the corner. There. There. Yay! Get off my arm. Okay, let me go ahead and cut that off. You know what I probably should have done is I probably should have made it, then did the journaling with you guys, and then showed you what I did. See, I don't like that. So we're gonna have to go up higher. Try to cut that part off. Okay, cut that part off. Because I really, really like those blues and browns together. It's so pretty. Okay. Anyhow, if I had done it differently, again, I told y'all I have no idea how this journaling and all that's going to go. I just know that I want to incorporate my love of paper and glue with my love of journaling somehow. And I'm trying desperately to find the way, you know, what we want and how to put it together and all that stuff. See, look at that. I think I want to come up with a better age. I mean, a better... See, I call it age again. I think I want to come up with a better O. But how? I don't know. But I like that. Alright, we're going to go ahead and... It's all done. We just got to glue this on. Now it's sticking to the magazine. You see that? Now I gotta come up with a way to get it off my O. Okay, I'm gonna take it off this way. I get it off. Anyhow, I'm still learning how to incorporate the two. And until I have it the way I know I'm gonna like it, there's no guarantees. I'm just gonna do what I know to do and do the best that I can with that. Okay, this right here, I got it off. I did, but I don't like that. I want to camouflage that somehow. And I don't know. I'm going to find something in here that I can put on it that will hide it. That will, this little butterfly. This little butterfly. Ouch. It's a cute little butterfly. Okay. He's cute. And I can color the rest of it with my Tombow to hide the rest of the white. See? I like that. Again, I don't really care for the shape. The shape of this zero. I mean, this O. But I'm going to try to keep it uniform. Oh, no. I can do this. I know I can, guys. I know I can. I'm not even going to be upset about it. It's a little bit messy, but it's homemade. It's homemade. Oh, darn it. It's doing so good. Oh, well. I guess I'm writing hope right here. Uh-oh. Just right there and right here, and then call it done. There. What do you think, guys? Does it look like an O? Okay, H and O. We got it made so far. And I will be putting little eyelet holes in here, and I'll be using my jute string to hang it. So far, so good. Okay, on this one, I want to sing and dance with my Jesus daily. That's one desire. Okay, there we go. Okay, so far so good. Now we need to come up with our P. That one's the scary one for me. Okay, let me move you. Okay. This one was supposed to be my P. Remember? I think I'm gonna try to draw it out first and then cut it. But I'm gonna draw it with a pen. I'm gonna use my H as the size. Okay. I think that's big enough, right? And then we'll do the little cut in here. There. It'll be a little easier to cut that out. ahead. I'm going to use my little guys. Move you over there. I love the colors of this paper. I mean, I love the brown, but we're not going to incorporate that in here. And then when I go to put this on, I can go around it with my black ink and it won't be so bad. And I'm going to go ahead and trash this, even though I could use it as a scrap somewhere else. I'm having fun, guys. This is so much, in my opinion, it's so cool because I'm doing stuff that I'm making stuff for myself. And not really self. There we go. Let me see. If I need to trim it, now's the time to do it. Oh, I think it'll be fine. I really do. I think it'll be fine. Yay! Alright, so now, let's find some colors. Let's find some colors. Does this go good with this? Yeah? What about you? Oh, yeah. Okay, I like those. I think I want to put the word note on there. I don't know. Let's see what else we got. Look at the colors in that. Oh, I like that. A lot. What's this? Flowers. Oh, I love that. That's going on here. That's going on here. That's going on here. That's going on here. Those are good ones. Here's some words. They're a good color. And I will be putting flowers all around my yard. I think we're going to work with these right here, guys, for now. All right, let me see. What's going with this in the middle? I don't know. Kind of like that. All right, so you're up. You're going to go in the middle. I think I want you like that. Okay, I like you like that. So you're going to go there. You and you. It's going to be in the middle somewhere. You. I think I want some of you. Are y'all having fun watching me, or am I boring you? I pray you're having fun. Okay, I want this guy down like so. I want this one, because this one's going in the middle. Okay, kind of. Right here. Now like this. You're going in the corner. Right? Going in the corner. I don't know if I like that now. Kind of like that. Not so much. Not so much. There, I like that. But not over here, because I want to cover that. Okay, and then he goes here. But what's going here? We're not using that, so I need something else. Something over here. Something that would go with it. Help me find it, guys. Daddy God, what would you have me put there? Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. Let's kind of put them in there and make them work. Okay, guys? I like the notes. I think that's going to go on E somehow. Okay, first dibs. Do the last. So I need to put you down, and then you down. Let's do this guy first. I'm sorry. I don't know how long this video's been. I hope I don't run out of stuff again. I mean, this is a long video. Because it takes me a moment to figure out what, and how. You know? Okay. I am so proud that I'm using all these scraps, though. I'm using the scraps to make stuff. Stuff that's going to help me to better my 2026. Okay, this one, I wanted it to go like so. Right? Let's do just this side over here. Can y'all hear that beeping? It's almost annoying. And I really, really like my neighbor. I wish he could turn off that beep. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut this part off. Yeah, him and my husband, they like do dueling, what do you call it? Okay, this one's going down here. And I wanted it covered just like that. I just laid it on some glue paper. Oh, please don't stick. Thank you, Jesus. All right, let me get you on, and then we'll turn this magazine over. And let me cut this off. Okay. Oh, I didn't get much of it. I really liked that color, too. Oh, well. Okay, now this one goes like so. And then this one, okay. I may even cut that back even some more. Okay. I like this one. And on the back, I'm going to talk about my flowers. And because I am growing both cut flowers, medicinal, and culinary herbs. Okay, I like that, but I don't want it to come all the way down now. Because I like all this stuff down here on the bottom. And I don't really want it to go that far over there either. Okay. I kind of like that. Anyhow, I'll write something about my flowers on the back. Again, it's going to be one of those ongoing things because the year just started. I got a whole year ahead of me. And I'm not going to pretend to know all the things that I want for the year or that I'm hoping for. Okay, and then we'll put you like that. I want something up here too. But that looks good, doesn't it? What do you think, guys? Oops. Get on there. Calm yourself. I love that. I do want something little right there, but what? Something little. I am picking this back up. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And I'm going to cut this guy out. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And then I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And then we're going to put. And then we'll reglue P. Because it's going to be right here on the very top. And I can go ahead and trim that up. Right, guys? Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, let me trim this one set right here. Okay, there's that. I like that. Okay, here's my P. Okay, now I need to do my E. I probably still have time on here. I can't tell. I don't never check my time before I get started, so I really have no idea. Okay, but I want to write on the back of this one and outline my P. You hear my desk making that noise again? I need to have my husband look at it. I just messed that up again. Okay. And we're just going to write hope right here. Just one. Just right there. Just the one. I like it. Okay. Now, this one is my E. And I have no idea what we're making it out of because all these scraps have been used already. What am I going to do? I had a darker. Maybe I'll make my E out of this. Let me see what it looks like. H-O-P-E. No, I don't like that. What am I going to make it out of? I need something. Here we go. That might be a pretty color there. I like that. I like that color. All right, let me draw my E like I did the P. Because I feel like that really helped. And I want it as tall. Okay, so E. Okay, and then how wide? We'll do E like so. That's about the right width. I think that's good. It looks pretty big compared to. We'll cut it out. If I have to trim it, I will. Right? We'll trim it up. But I like the color. I like the fact that it's got words on it. Let me see. It's about the size of that. It's a little bit bigger than that. And about the size of that. I think I want to leave it the size that it is. But I think I want to trim the edges just a hair. I think I want this one to go in a little bit. There we go. That's what I like. I like that. Okay. Yay! All right, now to find the colors that go with that. We can do this, guys. I never did write on the back of my P, did I? No, I did not. Okay. Moving you. Journaling you. Okay, you go over there. I would love to explore with both flowers, herbs, and vegetables, making the most with Abba Father's blessings in all my gardens. I'm not sure where, but it did die. Darn it. I wrote, I would love to explore with both flowers, herbs, and vegetables, making the most with Abba Father's blessings in all my gardens for my P. And I have the flowers on there, so that kind of helps. The O, we talked about singing and dancing with Jesus daily, and I have the music. And then the H, I have the B, and all I talked about was hoping for a prosperous and successful bee apiary for 2026. So now we're working on E, and I don't know what we're doing with it yet. Unfortunately, the battery died, so I had to put a new one in, which means I've already got about an hour's worth of digital, and now I gotta go, what the heck do I do? So I need some pretty colors. Oh, I like that. Would that be pretty on there? Yeah, it's kind of pretty. Okay, we won't use the whole thing, but we'll use some of it. That one's pretty. Okay, and I like that. Actually, I like this one better. It was too dark. I kind of like that. It goes with the purple. Maybe that. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. Ooh, those are pretty. Look at that. That's a picture. I love those. I like those. That. Okay, let me see. That. I think these guys, these will be my side notions. I'm not sure. I'll put these back in my drawer because there's still plenty here for me to use on other projects. I'll put these off to the side. This one, okay. I think I want to cut this out. And I think I want to cut this out and cut this out. And I think I want to incorporate this somewhere on here. Maybe like right there. I don't know. E is going to go in the middle. Maybe I'll put notes down here. I don't know. I like that though. This flower, I really, really like this flower. I don't need that. We will put you like so. Okay, I like that. And I really like that. I'm leaving that one. What do you think, guys? Maybe like that. Maybe. It's a maybe. And then we'll put... I'll go like this. Okay, we'll go like that. And we'll put you like so. Okay, I like you like so. Don't want you. Okay, I like that. I don't know, guys. I mean, this will look good on here. All right. I really do like that. I don't know. What can I do? I'm running out of... What was that? No. What is that? It's birdies. I like those birdies. We'll put birdies on here somewhere. Alright. We're going to have to do it the best I know how. Alright, first dibs. I want some of you. I do. I like the color. We're going to do you in a corner. Yes, we are. And then we're doing him in the corner. And then we'll trim them up. And then we'll collage. We'll just keep going until we got it all done. Okay, guys. In the corner. Get in the corner. Thank you. Okay. My desk is all full of glue again. Because I keep putting the glue on the spots that aren't being glued down. Oops. Alright. I like that. And this one, I'm saving that for something else. I am. This guy, nope. Alright, I like that. We'll get you on the middle. I'm glad we're almost done because I'm really hungry and I really do want to go out there and fix my breakfast for my man. Okay, well, overlap just a little bit. Okay. Alright, and then you... Alright, I like that. Birdies. Okay, birdies. I like you too. I'll put you on. I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm doing anymore. I'm not. I'm going to cut this piece off. Alright, and this one, okay, I guess it goes up like this. We'll go like that for now. I am doing the best I can with what I've got. I am. Come on down. I'm going to cut this off. Cut these. Okay, there's that. I don't like this there. We'll put something else in it. Something else. Okay, I like that. Alright, we'll just put you up there. Alright, we'll put you up there. And then we'll trim you off. Trim you off. There's that. Okay, I don't want all of that. I don't. I want to go like this. There, I like that. Okay. E. We'll put E here. Okay, you're last. I need something right here. I need something right here. Almost done. I really am. I'm calling it done here in a minute. Just here in a minute. Alright, let me cut that piece off. And then we'll put the E on. And then we'll go around the E with the black pen. And then I'm going to glue that purple flower on the E itself. Okay, so let me glue him on. And then I will show you all four. And then we will call it a day. Because I'm hungry and my husband is hungry. I know he is. And he's really quiet out there. I hope he's okay. Okay. E. Oops. I don't want it crooked. And I feel like it's going on crooked. Let me go ahead and draw my E. See, I went off the line again. I'm almost for real, almost done, guys. Alright, right here I'm writing hope. Because I went off. I'm going to write hope down here too. Okay. Now, I got to glue this guy on. and trim up any edges. And again, this is a flower. These are a lot of flowers. What do you think? I think it's pretty. It's not my favorite, but I think it's pretty. When it does say hope. H-O-P-E. Let me close this up so you can see it better. Get all my stuff out of the way. I need to write something on the back of E. What am I going to write? I hope to learn more about you in me over the entire 2026, both for myself and for those that you give for me to be a witness and example for. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, there we go. That's them. They're all pretty, and they're all done. And I have the beginning or first fruits of what hope will mean to me. What do you think, guys? I probably should go ahead and do the eyelets and then hang the string. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that off camera, hang it in my office, and then I'll take a little video tour of where I put it and if I added any more to the backs. So, though it was a long video, I did manage to get my hope written down, and I'm really excited about it. This is the beginning, first fruits of my 2026. I am hoping and trusting and leaning on and following Daddy God and His Son, my Savior, Jesus, for 2026. As a matter of fact, I'm going to write the date on the back of each one of these so that I know. Because if I tear it down at the end of this year, I might want to put it in one of my journals. You never know. So thank you guys so much for watching. I pray that I inspired you in some way. Again, I'm sorry that it was long. Maybe that's something I need to pray about. Anyhow, thank you so much. You have a blessed day.